Let's now talk about the second aspect of introduction to entries, which is confirmation entry. From the last video, recall I said there are two types of entry. We have the risk or aggressive entry and we have the confirmation entry. The last video was mainly focused on the risk entry, but this one will focus more on the confirmation entry. Now for the aggressive entry, I said if we're in an uptrend right here and price break structure, you wait for the return to that block. This is the order block here, so wait for price to return to that same order block before you take the sell from there. That is risk entry. But confirmation entry is different because it's more like a confluence to make you be certain that okay, price is going to react to this zone, where you are risking just from here. And let's say for the risk entry, you are risking 40 pips. Let's say 40 pips you are risking here. For this confirmation entry, it's a confluence and it increases your odds in the sense that when price has already returned to this order block, it's a two-way thing. Price could choose to take out this zone. It should just take it out. Then let's say there was a previous order block. Let me do it like this. Yeah. Let's say there was a previous order block here like this. So price could just come and mitigate this zone. Price could just come and mitigate that other zone and it could sell from here. So in the case where risk entry sellers would have sold there, some wait for confirmation entry will see that there's no clear movement here and you have to wait for this zone. But remember that I said that the risk entry, if you have two zones, there's nothing hard about it. You just reduce your lot size and just spread it. Let's say you are risking $50 per trade now and see you have two zones, so you can just put $25 on one zone, $25 on that zone, and that's just it. Now let's talk about the confirmation entry. You have a break of structure right here and you wait for price to tap into the zone. So when price taps into that zone again, you're waiting for this move. Price comes down, goes up again. It now causes another break of structure. Now this break of structure is the change of character. What do I have a change of character? Remember I talked about change of character before. That I said we're in an uptrend. Price comes here, breaks structure, taps here and falls. This one right here is the change of character. It's break of structure to the other side, signaling that price is no longer in an uptrend, it's already going in a downtrend. So what we have here is break of structure, same as what we have here. Break of structure. But what we have here is a change of character, that price is no longer in an uptrend, it's already in a downtrend. Then after it gives the change of character, the next break we see will break of structure because it's already changed the trend to the downtrend. So there's no need to write change of character here too. What you just simply do is to mark that as break of structure. So for this move here, we're waiting for the break. Price has already there was a break of structure up too. There was a break of structure up here. But price failed to mitigate this zone. It broke structure to the downside, which is a change of character here. Then price started moving up. Okay, let me try and make this a little bit like this. Let's just see price was going like this. It moved down and it moved back up. So this is it here. Price returned to the zone, to the 15-minute zone or 1 hour zone or 4 hour zone that you marked. Then for confirmation entry is gotten from 1 minute time frame or 3 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame. So in the case where you are risking from the 15-minute zone to 4-hour zone, which might have given you a zone of 20 pips. For confirmation entry, you'll be seeing zones as low as 3 pips, 0.5 pips. Like, for you, you'll be seeing zones like that. Some be 0.5, some be 1 pip, some be 3 pips. Some can even be 10 pips safe. This confirmation right here, although it's just an illustration without a candlestick, this confirmation right here is giving 3.9 pips. So that is mainly all about the illustration. When price comes to your zone, wait for a change of character to the downside, mark out your zone, and you sell off from there. Same thing with an uptrend. It's just that you wait for a change of character to the upside. Now, the thing about this risk and confirmation entry is that you have to do what works for you, because everything has its limitations. Same as what I said about refinement of other block. There are limitations to it too, that I was like, price can mitigate to a 4-hour zone and it won't mitigate to a 1-hour zone, or price can mitigate to a 1-hour zone and it's going to mitigate to a 15-minute zone because you've already refined it very low. So you have limitations for risk entry. I said for risk entry, one could be used as liquidity sweep. Now, if you remember the video on liquidity, I said that we have liquidity sweep right here, where someone will take entry from this zone. There was a zone I marked out here for the liquidity sweep. So someone wants to enter from there and person will get trapped. Price just snipe his SL, his stop loss, and go in his direction. So for confirmation entry, it can be avoidable. There was a video I did, I think it was other supply zones and demand zones. The video on liquidity, that was like for GBP USD, price sniped the stop loss. Like there was a zone there, price just wicked it out. So what happened right there was liquidity sweep. But in this case now, if you are taking a confirmation entry, liquidity sweep also happens on the lower time frame. It happens on the higher time frame. It also happens on the lower time frame. But then the chances of it happening is slim compared to higher time frame. You get my point? So in the case where you've already marked out your zone for a risk entry, let's say it's like this now, break of structure here, and you wanted to mark out this zone, price now did liquidity sweep and it fell. This was the zone you marked. But for confirmation entry, as price has already done that liquidity sweep from the higher time frame to still be here, then you wait for the change of character. Price going up again, like on the lower time frame this time, breaking structure to the downside, then giving a return to that block, then sell from there. So this will be your entry for your confirmation. Your confirmation entry will be right here. Whereas your risk entry would have been here, but your confirmation entry will be here. Now, let's talk about the limitation for the first limitation for confirmation entry. You can easily miss a trade. It's not all time that price gives confirmation entry. Like now, there could be another case whereby let me use uptrend this time. You're in an uptrend. Price just comes to tap into your zone here and go up. Like you just tap it. If you check the video on risk entry, there was a zone I refined to 15 minutes that price just touched it. That zone didn't give a confirmation entry. You just tap it and it continues to go up. So those that took the risk entry, fine, that stop loss will be big. But then they're in the trade. They're in the trade and making profit. Whereas the people that wanted to do confirmation entry, not because they are waiting for a zone, they just see that price left them. They very join that confirmation. Price didn't give them confirmation. Then the next time price now coming back to that zone, it will now come and hit the stop loss because it's already changing trend. It will already be a change of trend. That is a limitation for confirmation entry. Now let's talk about another one for risk entry. Price could mitigate the zone after your entry. Okay, I talked about that. That was like, let's say we're in an uptrend. Okay, let me use uptrend this time. I used downtrend for the last one. Let's say we're in an uptrend. Right here, we have a break of structure. We have another break of structure. One could set pending order here. And you want to set another pending order here. Okay. If you set pending order here and you hit stop loss, just know that it's come to tap to the zone, or there's already a new change of trend. Like now, in a case where you want to risk, there's a way you can overcome this second entry, this second limitation. If you have two zones and you are risking $50, just split your risk percentage. Instead of you risking the entire $50 on this zone here, just risk 25. And if price now takes out this zone down like this, before it taps on this zone, you already know that this is already liquidity. Let's go back to our liquidity picture. That looks like a swing low liquidity, exactly like a swing low liquidity. Some people worry that price hits my stop loss, then went my direction. Well, this is the reason. You mark that zone here, then got trapped. For early buyers, people that are not patient, they got trapped. Then price now tapped into the second zone, then moved up. So a lot of people might have wanted to use their entire money on this zone. Then they now lost their money, they lost their equity. Then later they now see that price mitigating this zone. So the time when everybody is celebrating that they're in profits, you'll be wondering that this is not fair, that you hit stop loss and you've already lost some money, you'll be crying. So that's it about this second aspect of the risk entry. Let's now check the confirmation entry again. There are rare cases where price gives two confirmation entries. Okay, let me clear this. Let's say you have a big zone here. Okay, let me do it like this. There was a break of structure right here. There was a break of structure and price taps into your zone. Let's stop here. Let's say the zone was this large. As price, let me now zoom in. Okay, I can't. Let me move it here. Let me now zoom in. Now, as price has already tapped into the zone, for confirmation entry, you are waiting for this move. Come down, go up, come down again. Break of structure. You want to enter from here before you go up. This is where you want to enter from, because that's already giving a break of structure. Let's say it was a 1 hour zone or 4 hour zone. Now, price could just take out this zone. Price could just take out this zone here. It's take it out. Then it now come here. No, let me do it like this. Price just come, take out this zone, then give another change of character to the upside, and it wants to enter from here. This is why they just say that they just say something about risk percentage, risk management, money management. Frank has already made mention of it on the group chats a lot of times. Because don't just say that because there is a confirmation entry, you want to put your entire money here. No, because confirmation entry is not like, okay, that price you tap to your zone and go in your direction. That is not it. It's just a confluence. Just like the way we have the Fibonacci, that people talk about conferences and like Fibonacci, that you can sell from the 80%. If you already watch ZM Capitals, you make mention of it that, okay, let's say we're in an uptrend. No, we're coming from a downtrend. Let me just see it at uptrend. I'll delete that. And we talk about making that if you want to sell, you have to sell from around that 80%, 70%, and all that. So one will now put the beginning of the Fibonacci from here. Okay, it's meant to be from the other side. The beginning of the Fibonacci can be from here up to this side. So this is a conference in the sense that to mark out your zone, we just mark it around this side. You see a candlestick, I can mark it out because the conference that okay that price will likely mitigate this zone and go up. Because if you check your candlestick, you notice that you see sell candle here, you see something like a zone there, you see something like a zone up here. So that is conference. If you check out ZM Capitals, you see a lot of it. You see a lot of it using Fibonacci. He talked about that on his YouTube channel. So that is what confirmation entry, to me, that's what it is. It's more like a conference that okay, that price is going to expect this zone. And as you are saying that it's going to expect this zone, just know that you are not the owner of the market. That doesn't mean that you don't say it's stop loss. I've seen a lot of confirmation entries that say it's stop loss. So in a case where you've already lost a trade here, someone that didn't use his risk management would have just been like, okay, that is already done. Price give and have confirmation entry here. Whereas someone that did risk entry from the beginning of the zone, someone that did risk entry, set his order from here. Stop loss here, 11 pips. TP, targeting 38 pips or more. And they're out of the market. One loss size, that's already $338.
Okay.
So let's now move down to the chart. And I'll show you some examples of confirmation entry. This is GBP USD. For us, let's check the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, I marked out a zone here. Remember, I said in some cases, price won't give confirmation entry at all. So there's a break of structure here, and we have return to that block here. Let's check the 3 minutes time frame. Now, price gave confirmation here. There was a change of character right here. They now mark out the last, They now mark out the last buy candle that led to the break of structure, which was this one. This was the last buy candle that led to it. Normally, someone else would have marked out this one, but mind you, this zone has been mitigated already. Price mitigated it. This long white candle here, this buy candle is up here. Price mitigated the zone. So there's no need for you to mark out that zone. You mark out the next zone. So there was a break here. You mark out this zone here. And that is it. So if you wanted to wait for maybe the zone is too big, let's check how many pips this zone is giving for a short position. So for short position, the zone is giving you 10.5 pips or 10.6 pips, and you're like, the zone is still too big. Just use your gun box right here. If really was the navigating training view, I thought about the gun box too. So you can use it to reduce your zone. So instead of risking, you just reduce it to the half. Instead of risking $10 or 10 pips, you are risking 5.6 pips. Now let's check. The price respects it. It expected it. And it made the sell. In fact, it's still on. It gave how many pips? It gave 70 plus pips. Now let's check another example of confirmation entry. Let's check this 15 minutes time frame. Oh no. The confirmation entry was what we already used. But if someone else was still marking out a zone from here, as I've seen confirmation entry from there, someone else might have been marking his normal zone from here. And the zone is here. Let's mark it as a supply zone. So let's check the confirmation we would have gotten. Okay, now for like I said for confirmation entry, price could easily leave you. A case where someone entered from here. Now I think it's to give confirmation on the 1 minute. Let's check the 1 minute time frame. Nothing gave confirmation. There was no break of structure here, but there was liquidity. Remember I said that if you see liquidity below, you can just mark out the supply zone, and that is it. So price gave liquidity here, and you're certain that price in a downtrend. Because it's in a downtrend, don't forget, if it was in an uptrend and you saw something like this, don't enter the trade because it's just nothing. But then price in a downtrend, so you just mark out the last buy candle that led to the break of structure. This was swing high. You mark it out. You enter from here. Stop loss here. Shh. And that's just it. That's what I'm saying now. So let's now check on another time frame. Let's check on that pair. GBP card. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Price was in a downtrend before, and it broke structure right here. This was a break of structure. More like a change of character to the upside. Let's not call it a change of character. Then you mark out your zone right here. Wait for price to tap into it. If you remember the illustration I said about confirmation entry, now let's use a downtrend. You're in a downtrend. Price breaks structure. Price starts to your zone. As price as it tap into your zone now, you're waiting for this move. Price should go up like this. Now this move here is now everything that happened there was on the 15 minutes time frame to 4 hours time frame. Now what happened here is that it has already gone up. It has come down. Now broken structure. This is a break of structure to the upside, giving a change of character. Then mark out your zone. You return to your other block, and that's it. So this is the entry. Confirmation entry. So you get my point. Let's now go back to the chart. There was a change of character to the upside. Price came down and tapped the zone. Let's check if price gave confirmation entry. Let's first check the date. Okay, this happened Friday 10th. We move to Friday 10th. So let's see. Price broke structure here, giving a change of character. You mark out your zone. As confirmation entry. And that's just it. Actually, there are two zones here because there's one here and there's now one other one. Sorry. There's now one other one right here. I'm not sure of the one price mitigate. So, like I said before, okay, now this time, let's say I'm risking $10 per trade. You can just put $5 up here. Risk $5 here. And for this downside, you risk the same $5. Because I'm not sure of the one that price mitigate. Right, so this 5.8 pips. So let's see you're targeting this supply zone here, which is 34 pips. As price has already broken this side here, or your MT5, as price has broken this side, you just move your SL to entry, like your stop loss. You move it to entry. You just break even. I'll talk about break even in probably the next video or next two videos, so that you understand what I'm saying. So you just break even. So break even is the sense that, let's say you are in profit now, you move your stop loss to entry. So even if price reverses, you are not losing any trade. So like here now, price has already hit your TP, and that is it. After hitting TP, watch how it reversed. And this is why I said that place as take profit, is because there was a break of structure to the downside here. No price was originally in a downtrend. So this is the last buy candle before sell candle led to the break of structure. Right here. This is supply zone. And that was the zone that price mitigated before falling. So right here now, if you already put your TP, you're out of the market. Then for this side, let's see. Pricing, we missed this trade. This trade, let me check if I marked it out very well. Yeah, I marked it very well. I marked it very well. So this trade was missed. Oh. Okay. There was a sniper entry. He just sniped the entry and started going up. It was now from here. For example, now let's say very broken even here. As price has broken the previous high, you move your stop loss to entry. Watch what happens. It's continuing to go up and up and up. Let's delete the first part now. So it's going to go up and give how many pips just from this confirmation entry that are risking 5.8 pips. Okay, you're risking 9.5 pips on one lot size. You're risking 95 pips and you're getting over 1,000. You're risking at $95. Sorry, you're getting over $1,000. In fact, $2,000 just on one trade. That's on one lot size. Let's see, did price give another confirmation? No, there was nothing else. Let's check one more example on. Okay, let's check here. There was a break of structure here. Right around the break of structure. You mark out your zone. Last sell candle before buy candle direct a break of structure. Call this the demand zone. Then we'll check 3 minutes for confirmation entry. Okay, from here, price gave a liquidity sweep. This liquidity sweep. Like, I said, I already told about liquidity sweep before that was like, it doesn't happen on the hour time frame too. It also happens on the lower time frame. Yes, it's on the lower time frame. There was a change of character here. Price moved up. I already marked out your zone. Last sell candle before buy candle above structure. Like, very done everything. This is why I said I shouldn't put your entire money on just because they are seeing confirmation entry. Because that zone can say it's your stop loss. Fine, you're leaving space in case of spread. Left space like this, 4.8 pips. But see what happened. It sniped your stop loss and moved in your direction. Let's move to another pair now. Okay, let's see if we would have gotten a confirmation from here. We're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend, but then price broke structure here. This is more like a retracement on the hour time frame. There was a break of structure here. And return to that block right here. Let's check 3 minutes for confirmation. Alright. We have a change of character here. Change of character. And you mark out your zone. Last buy candle before second and let it break of structure. Right here, it looks as if price hits the stop loss, but no. Because if you leave space for spread, when you enter a trade, You have to always leave space for spread. So this zone right here would have been 5.1 pips, but let's say you increase it to probably 7.1, or yeah, let's just say 6 points. I said 7.1, so let me put it back to the 7.1. Yeah. No stop loss was 8, and down you go. Over 100 pips. So that is it about confirmation entry.